The internet has brought about incredible change and opportunity like never before. Did you know that it is actually possible to make a full-time income online without even leaving your home? And I'm not talking about a small profit here. There are thousands upon thousands of people currently earning incomes through online marketing. But just because the path to success is out there doesn't mean it will be easy to follow. You need a guide, someone with experience who knows the way to success. We'd love to share more with you about this exciting new opportunity. To learn more, simply follow the directions on this page. We look forward to sharing our secrets with you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Ron Trumentano from the Virtual Competitions new online platform. We're here today in sunny Florida, at my home actually, and we're going to go over a few different things here. I'd like to talk to you about some of the reasons we got started with this. All right, so let me see here what I can help you with. Let's see, okay. Designed to help small business owners, especially now in COVID-19. Well, you know what? I didn't plan for COVID-19. I started my project in probably 2012, 2013, and I started to develop this because I have a martial arts school here in Boca Raton. I've had it here for 35 years. COVID-19 is probably going to put us out of business now, like it has many other school owners. But it's not only martial arts schools, it's dance schools, gymnastics schools, yoga schools. A lot of us are in trouble, all right? It just so happens that my platform, unbeknownst to me, can really help all of these different types of school owners, all right? It's a platform where you can compete anywhere in the world with anybody in the world, and you could increase your income for your school. Basically, let me give you a little bit of an idea of how it works. Like I said, I started this in probably 2012, 2013, around that time, and I started to develop it because I wanted my school to go on the internet, and we were doing all kinds of different things at that time on the internet. We started a story. In the late 90s, we had offices up at Universal Studios here in Florida. We were going to create me and a couple of my students actually, were going to create a television, 24/7 television network. So we had this great idea. We'd take martial arts, we'd stick it up on a television network, and I think at that time there's only like about maybe 56, 57 channels. However, we were going to go ahead, and cable was just coming out. We were going to put a martial arts action network up on TV, a place where parents could go ahead and put their kids in front of a television set and know that they were getting the right messages. That's what I really wanted to go ahead and do. So we took our operation from Boca Raton and we moved it up to Universal Studios up in Florida. We were there for about 7 years. And everything was going really well. I mean, we went to all of the cable TV shows and things that they have every year. And we were over at Wesley Snipes' house a couple of times. Wesley agreed to come in with about $1 million into the project. And then all of a sudden 9/11 happened. Once 9/11 happened, everything kind of calmed down for a while. We had to move the operation back out of Universal back over to Boca. And things started to happen again. Well, what I wanted to do, and what I've always wanted to do, is, to me, the martial arts is like the best thing you could possibly do for your child. I went up to one of Mike Sawyer's events one year, the U.S. Open, and I was watching kids like Mike Chatterat-Butt and a whole bunch of his buddies and friends. These kids were phenomenal. They were fantastic. I couldn't believe why this was not in the Olympics. And I even told Mike that. And even to this day, anybody asks me why I'm doing this, the reason I'm doing it is because these kids, the talent that they have is unbelievable. They should be recognized, and nobody is recognizing them. They're celebrity-wise, monetary-wise, nobody is recognizing these young men and women for the abilities that they have. Well, that set me off on another path. What I was going to go ahead and do was going to go ahead and create this television network, and I wanted it up on the internet. We had an internet component, we had a television component, we had an internet component. So many different things. I mean, you would have woke up in the morning and you would have saw maybe Billy Blanks doing his Taibo. You would have saw, maybe a martial arts cartoon network, talk shows with people like maybe a Chuck Norris, and we had this all planned out. And then you'd have all of the action adventure movies at appropriate times, okay? So we had this all planned out, and it was going well, big business plan, a lot of people looking at us. Time Warner was looking at us. There was a whole bunch of people. And then all of that stopped once 9/11, like I mentioned before, 9/11 happened. So we came back to the office and in Boca Raton, and I started to think. I wanted to go ahead and get a way for these young men and women to go ahead and be able to compete up on the internet. So I started to work on the platform. Now the platform is very big. It really is very big. It has the ability to go ahead and let these kids go ahead and compete, right, up on the internet. But that wasn't the only reason. I needed for studio owners to make more money. Okay, we all were in the same boat. Everybody was looking for a little bit of a way to make a little bit more money. Who put a store in their, some of them put a store in their facilities. It was just what we needed to go ahead and do at the time. My idea, however, was I wanted a platform where studio owners could go ahead and make more money in their studios by running competitions on the internet. Competitions, fundraisers, all of these different things. Well, one day while I was in the studio, I was videoing one of my students, and this student was a little bit on the spectrum, and this story kind of clinched it for me, why I just really knew that this had to happen. So his name was Nicholas, and basically he was, like I said, a little bit on the spectrum. Mom was sitting on the side, she was watching. And when we do these takes that we do with the kids, we teach them all of the camera work, the jogging, everything. We use a clapper. It's a lot of fun for the kids. The kids love to do it. Well, Nicholas, I think he was doing a breaking demo. And we had a couple of different breaks for him, like about 4 or 5 breaks. And he had to come up and he had to present himself, and he had to talk and say his name. I'm from West Boca Karate, so he had to go ahead and do all of these different things. And the first take was not so good, but he was a little bit shy, and Mom was watching. I could see her getting a little bit antsy over there, and then between my personality and the funny things that were happening, we got Nicholas to go ahead and do basically his second take. And these are short. I mean, they're really fast takes. And on the second time, he did pretty good, not too bad. On the third third take, he was phenomenal. He was really, really good. But I'm listening, and I'm hearing Mom is on the side, and she's crying. Yeah. And I'm saying to myself, did I do something wrong? I was kind of worried there for a second. So I had to go over to her and say, what did I do something wrong? Nicholas seems like he's all right, and he looks like he's having fun. And no, she just came over to me, she hugged me, and she said, Master Tramontano, I have never seen Nicholas do anything like this. Thank you so much, in tears, okay? And it just brought out another side of Nicholas that apparently she never had seen. And from that time on, I knew this is something that had to happen. You know, it's easy because, excuse me, it's really easy because you as an instructor, when you're teaching your classes, there's not a lot of work here to do. All right, you teach your class, and then at the end of the week, you tape the children and what they're doing. Your students don't have to be children; it's adults also, but you tape them 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, up to 4 minute videos. So it gives them enough time to do pretty much anything you are teaching, you know, whether it's form, self-defense, groundwork, it doesn't make a difference. This was all martial arts oriented. And so Nicholas and his mom went away really happy. And we started to move a little bit faster. Okay, I knew I needed to go ahead and get some really good developers, and I did find over the years, I probably had about 3 different developers. This one that I have right now was really very good. They did a really bang-up job on the platform, and you'll get to see that. But anyway, we started to go ahead and we would teach. You basically go ahead and teach your normal curriculum, and then at the end of the week you go ahead and you start, you know, taping the videos. And then what you do is you take the videos off the camera, you put them on the computer, and you just send them all up to YouTube. And YouTube's great because it's, you know, you're not sending one video at a time. Okay, you're sending up a batch of videos. All right, so they go up really quick. Once they were up there, what the parents had to do was just go ahead and go get the URL and bring it over to the platform. Now, what we did, what West Boca Karate did, is we created our own YouTube channel. So everything that was created went to the YouTube channel. So the parents knew exactly where to go and get the URL. So that's a little bit of basically the story of why we went ahead and did this. And some of the other